through against Python on the M6 and he was winning. And then I just, well, I guess he got scared and lost. But anyway, ZeRo4 against ID on Blood Run is the first match we're going to see. ZeRo4 having the rocket launcher start, which is not that good. So he's going to take this yellow and go for the shaft. And ID takes both the Mega Health and the Red Armor.
Yeah, so ID definitely in a great position. He has all the weapons. He's got 200 health, 100 armor. So it's really up to him how he uses this, and ZeRo4 is definitely going to be looking for a way in on a big item. I don't know how safe ZeRo4 wants to play it, but we'll find out. And actually ID coming through the teleporter wants to take this engagement. ZeRo4 is happy to do so, and actually ID has second thoughts. Oh, ZeRo4, great rail. That's going to win in Mega, and most likely this red armor. Let's have a look and see if he can manage to get it, and ID ends up taking the yellow on the rocket side. So yeah, it was definitely a great rail from ZeRo4, very clutch stuff. And the thing is, I loved ID's decision to fall back to that position, but unfortunately ZeRo4 just caught the angle in time. And then ZeRo4 with the rocket jump up is well prepared to deal with ID, and that's a great read, turns into a frag.
Yeah, ZeRo4, 2-0, Red Armor is coming up, but it's probably just gonna wait and take this frag, which is really important. Take this Mega that is just spawning. Oh, he just wants to go for the spawn, but didn't really work for him. Was still really good, because right now it's gonna do as much damage as possible to ID, who takes the Red Armor. That was a good steal, but still
the damage.
Not in a good spot, because let's see, even if he has 80 health and 76 armor, he doesn't really have many weapons to work with. See, ZeRo4 using the railgun at his own advantage right now. ID basically just stuck there, and I'm not saying that he's gonna get killed. Obviously he won't. He's gonna take this 50 HP battle, but right now ZeRo4 is gonna have all this map for himself.
Yeah, total control for ZeRo4, and it's really dangerous. ID is giving away 4 frags in 2 minutes on Blood Run. And again, you know, against these really good players, you know how to duel, and especially the old school ones. They know, like back from the old OSP days when you mentioned, you even brought it up, like the 15-minute time limit stuff. Like you learned how to play slow, and Blood Run is a map that you can play slow still to this day very effectively. Yeah. So ZeRo4 knows that ZeRo4 knows how to deal with those situations. When he's in control, he knows exactly what it takes. And ID, oh dear, nice little trap from ZeRo4 there, catching ID completely. And even though ZeRo4 doesn't get the frag, it doesn't matter. He dealt loads of damage, and he's going to pick up all the major items. But the 2 rails from ID, oh my god, straight in the mouth.
Yeah, I think what's really funny, besides I think it's that even if there was 15 minutes, you know, back in the day, still the match did not have so many frags like they have today with a 10 minutes match. You know? But anyway, ZeRo4 looking really good right now, even if he doesn't really have much health. Oh, and he finished the shaft ammo, but he managed to get the kill anyway with a really great rocket. And ID tries to steal the Mega Health with just a machine gun. Didn't really work out for him. And ZeRo4 still ID doing so much damage with the railgun, and right now putting himself in a good spot where he gets 1 frag. It's 8-1. There's still all the time in the world to get back into this game, but Red Armor and Mega Health spawning it quite at the same time. Yeah,
so ID for the first time in this match actually has a good stable, solid advantage on ZeRo4, although it's not too huge at the moment. He does get the Mega. The rocket jump up gives him good position on ZeRo4, and 3 good rockets in fact will even get him the frag. And definitely a little bit surprised that ZeRo4 was caught out there, because I think that's like quite a standard kind of rocket jump up for the from the Mega spot. But nevertheless, ID's making it work for himself, and it's 6 frags of difference, and he's got 6 minutes left in this match to try and close that difference to a tie game. And ZeRo4 now is the one with the annoying rails. Let's see how long he can keep it up for. And oh my goodness, that vertical rail was really nice. And ZeRo4 again, these rails, man. And all of a sudden ID's advantage just melting away as he throws away a grenade. And definitely ZeRo4 not in the best of spots there, but he's getting the damage out, and that's what matters. And as ZeRo4 drops to this yellow, he's still going to be in a great position in the coming moments to defend or take a good posture around these big items. And there you go. He's got this great position, turns it into a frag as ID was forced that hard decision. Do I jump for the red? Do I not? Is he going to hit the shot? Is he not? He jumped for it. ZeRo4 capitalized. And now he's in position for Mega. ID goes up for the red. ZeRo4 misses. Not too big of a deal in his position as we hit the halfway mark in the game. And that's a yellow pickup there for ZeRo4. So ID though, he's in a good spot. Like if you're in ID spot now, what do you think about options right now to get back in the game? What would you choose?
Well, right now definitely it's the health, and he takes it, which is really good for him. Right now the stack, it's not much difference. Basically 150. Doing that move was probably not the best thing to do. It took so much damage, and he lost a lot of stack. But the mega ult is going, it's gonna spawn in, well, it's already spawned, so I don't know what ID is doing.
Yeah, he looks very confused.
But he needs to go on it, and then it's perfect. Yeah. I mean, he did a lot of damage with ZeRo4. How he engaged on the shotgun platform was perfect, but right now he needs to try to, you know, get the frag. You know, it's gonna be really important. I don't know, obviously, get the frag or he won't do it. Yeah.
I found it interesting because when he did get that engagement, you're like, okay, initially it was bad. Oh, okay, but here's the fight. ZeRo4 connecting some great rockets there. ID in so much trouble and even goes down. But like when Caller was here before, we were talking. He said he's explaining like the connection between reading stacks and how that teaches you when to be aggressive and not to be aggressive and so on. And ID had this engagement that was bad, and then he turned it around really, really good. But you could see that he then made an error, and it's because he didn't read the stacks right. But here we go, ID taking the rails from ZeRo4. ZeRo4 hanging around there, and ID definitely in a lot of trouble. 27 points of health left as he hits a great rail. That was really nice there, like dropping ZeRo4 to the bottom level. And ZeRo4 has only 59 health, so he's kind of scared actually to take a risk because he's railable, and he's going to go through the teleporter anyway, and now he knows it's safe to grab that red. And Mega's coming up very soon, so ID in with more chances, but the time is quickly running out in this match. And oh, well, ZeRo4's going to go aggressive. The grenades helping a lot.
Those nades, yeah. I think what I've seen so far in this match is that ZeRo4 has many moments where you just say, okay, right now I think I need to slow down a little bit my game. I don't really know where ID is, so he's just gonna, you know, set up traps. While ID, as you can see, he always goes around and he never stops. You know, it's always making noise. He always make the enemy know where he is, and he always try to fight. Every time there's sort of like an approach to get the fight, while he always commits. And I don't think that's the best way to, you know, play duels, obviously, but I think ID has so much potential. We have seen him, his movements are so good, and his aims most of the time is like top notch. So I think it's lacking a little bit of experience, but at the same time I think ID, which is actually half Italian as well.
Oh really?
Yeah,
okay.
So obviously I'm cheering for him.
It's funny you're talking about like just moving around all the time. I remember actually this can be a common thing with some of the like intermediate players, that they don't know what to do, so they move around instead of sometimes staying still. And someone described that to me once as like you have ice skates on or something, just sliding around all the time. So you can't stay still because you're like on ice or something. But it's definitely a common trait of people who don't know exactly what to do. But ZeRo4 is starting to land some good rails, and it's been like he's hitting 55% now, and you know he started his last match hitting very low percentages, so it's great to see that he's warming himself up, and that aim shouldn't really become a limiting factor for him when he starts really hitting those big names further in the bracket. And there's only a minute and a half left in this game, as ZeRo4 is definitely comfortably going to take this with the 13 frags he has in advantage over ID. But ID can look forward to the next maps, which should be the faster ones, I do believe. Like, what was it? Hectic and Toxicity, was it?
The new ones?
No, yeah, the next maps.
Yeah, I think Toxicity and Hectic were gonna be the next maps. I don't know which one is gonna be our second and which one is gonna be the decider, but we're definitely gonna see those maps for sure. And ZeRo4, while showing us another great game, I think if, like, ID represent the sort of player that if new maps are gonna be added into the game, they can show us like much more from them, you know.
Yeah,
it's like those players, they can be really good, but at the same time they don't have the the power right now or the experience to get on that level just because a player like ZeRo4 or Rafa or a Cooler or Cypher, whatever, they've been playing maps like ZTN or Lost World or Airwalk for so long. So I think ID could show us much more if new maps are going to be added into the game.
And now it's Toxicity. So this is, of course, one of the newer maps. If you're going to, well, compared to Blood Run at least, it's pretty damn new. And ZeRo4, if he can continue to hit like he was, then ID is definitely not going to have an easy time of this. ID, 150 armor, 100 health. He's got every weapon. It's a good start for him so far. It's all about positioning now. All about finding a good position, a good engagement. And he's going to jump up, hop up to that railgun spot, and ZeRo4 is going to engage with LG, and ZeRo4 is going to win that little engagement and push ID back. But rails exchange, ID hits 2, perfect stuff from him, as he now has to defend this Mega. So that's the 50. Mega's up. ZeRo4 is going to challenge for it. He can jump and hop onto it. And what do you think, Sturmy? Was that a big mistake or not?
Well, I think positioning right there was so important, and I didn't really have it. So I think it was quite a bad mistake, because right now it just gave away a frag that I'm not saying it could have been his, but right now I just gave away the position.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god, that was really great. But anyway,
it was a really good start for him for sure.
Yeah,
I agree that was. If he goes back and looks at for the first mistake, that's definitely got to be it. And he finds ZeRo4 here, and off of the frag and off of the nice items he picked up, not able to get that much damage onto ZeRo4 there. And ZeRo4 hanging out on the Mega. Can ID capitalize here? ZeRo4 darting off, jumping off into that water. ID pushed all the way back, but all he has to do is hit one good rail or some good LG, and ZeRo4 is done for. And ID getting stuck in the acid there, the slime. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I didn't really have rocket jump there, and if you really wanted rocket jump, you could have rocket jump to the other side of the map, so you could have picked the other yellow. So a small mistake from ID, but still he's playing really good, and right now probably ZeRo4 might take this frag, and I think ID right now needs to spawn really quick and take the next Mega health, but I don't think he really has weapons to work with, and didn't even manage to steal it, which is really unfortunate. ZeRo4 right now with a great control. He's gonna get this frag as well, and looking pretty good for him again.
Yeah, and ZeRo4 connecting 2 great rockets. It's really going to set ID back, and there you go, easy frag for ZeRo4. Mega's up in 15 seconds, and ID, oh wow, that's amazing aggression there, just with those rockets. Just ZeRo4 just can't do anything, and ZeRo4 again getting caught off the spawn, but 1 point of health left for ID. ZeRo4 though, he knows the Mega's coming up, and he knows his opponent's low. He's going to go for it with the plasma. I love the idea of what ZeRo4 did. I think he just, it wasn't his fight just then, but a good idea nonetheless. And ID lying in wait there, good map awareness, has to battle it out long range with ZeRo4, and manages to just get away. So it's pretty even stack wise. Red, the next big item coming up, another yellow too. So ID's in a good position. This is a nice one to have. And he picks up the yellow, and he's got command over this red area if ZeRo4 wants to drop for it. But what do you think of his positioning here, like repositioning himself around this low area?
I don't think that was the best thing to do, because right now not only he gave out his position, but he even lost the red armor, and now he picks up this Mega, but what, it didn't really give him anything.
Yeah.
So I mean, ID is showing us some really great skill while engaging. At the same time, some small mistake, dual mistake, let's put it that way, because skill wise doesn't really have much to I don't really know the words, but invidiare, that's an Italian. I don't think it will help anybody to understand.
Yeah, no, definitely. Some of those positioning errors is definitely a huge part. We saw it right at the very first mistake, another positioning error. But we shouldn't be calling out all of his errors with scumbag casters. But ZeRo4 will actually manage to get the frag onto ID, and it's still a very close game. It's 6-2, so we're talking about those errors like he's the worst player in the world, but he's keeping it really close against ZeRo4, and ZeRo4 will take another frag that separates it to 5 now, the difference. And there's plenty of time left in this game, and nice, very smooth stuff from ZeRo4 there, confident stuff, rocket to rail, as he is definitely someone who was always a very smart positional player, going to catch ID out again, and waiting for that yellow. It's not going to spawn just yet. And he goes through just as it spawns, typical. As ID goes up the stairs, ZeRo4 gets some nice damage. He doesn't have to chase, he's just locking his opponent away. It's nice that he does that, but he's got to be careful not to overdo it and take too much damage.
Yeah, you can really see that ID can't really stay and camp one position for longer than 2 seconds. You know, you always have to shoot, you always have to move, you always have to engage. And still, he does so much damage with sometimes with lethal armor, which is really impressive.
Yeah, definitely. And ZeRo4 is now down to 50, but the rail.
Crazy.
Great stuff, ID, but he's left so low, and ZeRo4 knows it. Here comes the aggression, and there's the LG, and easy frag. That's the problem. And ZeRo4 easily going to tidy things up and get the Mega too. So ZeRo4's in a way better position than when he had that, when he got railed down by ID. Because this Mega should really be a given for him. Through the teleporter he goes. Oh, he runs out of ammunition. This could be ID's chance, and indeed it is. Yeah. Gets the frag. He's going to have to rocket jump for the Mega again. You should practice that jump. Oh, ZeRo4. Changes everything. ZeRo4 is going to get another one. There it is. Direct also. So yeah, every time ID looks like he got a frag, it always turns out to be like in ZeRo4's favor at the end of the day. And they do get another trade. He gets the better spawn. Oh, ID gets the better spawn, gets the frag, and ZeRo4 going to be spawning over at the yellow where he just died. So this is another chance for ID. He's got positioning and weapons.
Yeah, Red Armor and Mega spawning at the same time. If I were ID, I would say, you know, just leave one item to ZeRo4. I don't care. And right now, I don't think that was the best engagement ever because he just jumped in front of ZeRo4 shout, which is. The knockback is so strong that sometimes you basically don't hit anything and all your armor just gets taken away in a few seconds.
And that was a really good rail around the corner for ID to help him defend the Mega position. But the thing is that the position is only good from where he is now. He's not really defending much else, and he can fall back onto this Mega, but will ZeRo4 get there in time? No, ZeRo4's going to just chill on the other side of the map, go through the teleporter, and those rockets from ID, does he get the rail switch? Not quite, almost there, but there it is, before that yellow is picked up by ZeRo4. So again, he does get the kill. This time it's a lot more clean than usual, usually left with like 20 points of health, and that's it after fragging ZeRo4. And can he turn it into another frag? Oh, ZeRo4 takes away his health, he gets the rail switch, which is really good for him. But where's the health? He needs that 50 or something. The Megas are not for 10 seconds and he's standing on the platform.
Why is not taking the 25
I don't
HP
know.
bubble? It was just there for like so long.
Missed timing on the Mega too. And yeah, this is wasted time that he could have been railing.
Yeah, I mean, ID reminds me of linking so much. You know, so much potential and skill on one player at the same time. Now probably like not much experience in duo. But still, I mean, how he handles some situation is just really impressive.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my god. From 1 HP he gets 2 rails and a rocket. That's from 1 HP.
Great. And I think the matchup is still open. Anything can happen on Top City. ZeRo4 didn't really get the best spawn ever. Let's see ID here really quick. He goes for the rocket jump and the Mega health. It's still up because he's gonna go and take it. ZeRo4, I don't know if it's gonna be a good idea for him. No, why did he just leave it there? He could have used the shaft at his own advantage, you know. And anyway, ID just moving forward. I don't know.
Same with the rocket jump. It gave him a really nice engagement. Then he fell off and stuff.
Yeah.
So ID, he's got so many ways like that we're seeing. It's like, well, you could win the game like this, this, and this. And it's like he's making those chances happen for himself. His small little errors. But there, that switch onto that rail there was really damaging to ZeRo4 as he rocket jumps up. He definitely is hurting, but so is ID. Mega's coming up, and ID falls off onto the yellow, picks up 25 this time, and gets the Mega. So 5 frags. He just has to be clutch. He just has to hit the next everything now. Just hit. The next rail that he shoots has to hit. Now we just have to wait. And ZeRo4's going to peek over the edge. There you go. Oh, but he shoots a rocket. But I guess, you know, he doesn't have to rail out to give away his position. And ZeRo4 always perfect there. Knew that he just
the ray gun was great.
Yep.
1 minute.
Yeah, 1 minute warning and 6 frags now. Those last attempts from ID definitely had some promise. He definitely could have made something out of them, but unfortunately this didn't go his way. And he did a good effort though. It was a close game between a really good player. So ID, as you said, so much potential,
Yeah,
so much room for improvement.
On the new maps, I mean, since you know, ZeRo4 has much more experience than him on the old ones. On new maps, he can definitely do a lot of damage to the top players.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely doing a really good job, ZeRo4, on hitting these rails lately. I'm just gonna check the stats actually. Yeah, ZeRo4 still hitting like a solid 56% rail, and ID also hitting 50% and more. So the rail aim is definitely not the problem. The aiming is not the problem with these guys, that's for certain. And ZeRo4 picking up another tidy rail kill as the match ends out. And that's going to be GG's called by ZeRo4, and that's a 2-0 victory to move him on to the semi-finals, as would be expected against ID, who now goes out 18-10, the final score on Toxicity. So good stuff from ZeRo4, and much expected result, but definitely good performance overall from ID. He definitely shouldn't go away from this being discouraged.
Yeah, I agree. I think he showed us a lot of potential. But I mean, he read a few North American Cups. I know him as a player. He's always been really, really good skill-wise. So I just think old maps and probably not a lot of dual experience.
Yeah,
that's mostly what is lacking for him to be one of the best. For sure.
Yeah, I completely agree. I don't think I can add anything to that. So we will go for a break, and when we come back, we'll have more quarterfinal action here for the North American Cup. And
Cooler, Cooler is gonna replace me. He's rested. He has been eating, so I'm going back to work. So see you guys probably in the next few weeks.
No, it's so sad you're leaving. Oh my god. Okay, break.
Bye, guys.